as we get you set for baseball here on a cool Tuesday night. The Wind Surge went 2-4 on their recent road trip to Tulsa. Meanwhile, they take on a Cardinals team that the Wind Surge opened the season playing Springfield at Hammons Field in Missouri. The Wind Surge won 2 of 3 against Springfield and now gets set to host the Cardinals for the first time this year in what is game 1 of a 6-game series. Today is a 7:05 start, as I mentioned. Tomorrow, a noon start here at the ballpark. Then we'll have a Turbo Tub Thursday with Thirsty Thursday, and then a Fireworks Friday. Day game on Saturday, and then we'll wrap it up with another day game on Sunday. And that's how the series will be between the Wind Surge and the Cardinals. David Festa will make the start. Festa did make a start against the Cardinals back on opening weekend and was fantastic. Went 5 innings, allowed no runs on 1 hit, walked 1, struck out 8, had 2 runs of run support in there. He threw 51 pitches. It was brilliant pitching by Festa. Since then, it hasn't been as good, but he still has pitched very well. 5 1/3 innings, 3 runs against the Naturals. And then the other day in Tulsa on the 19th, 2 runs on 3 hits and 4 1/3 innings. So a very good start for the former Seton Hall Pirate that was originally drafted in the 13th round by the Minnesota Twins back in 2021. Playing his 3rd season of professional baseball, the 11th best prospect in the Twins organization. Last year he was 9-4 with a 2.43 ERA between Single A Fort Myers and Single A Cedar Rapids. Archimedes Gamboa will step in, left-handed batter. First pitch of this afternoon's ball game is at 7:06, and it's a called strike. And we are underway here at Riverfront Stadium. And the pitch going to be swung on and fouled off third base side. So we're rolling here at the ballpark here tonight. Thanks for joining us. Take a look at the Wind Surge defense here in just a moment as we get settled in. Gamboa on an 0-2 pitch going to be taken here for a ball, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 and 2. And the 1-2 pitch going to be popped up. Third base side foul. Mentioned Festa is amongst the league leaders in ERA and in strikeouts through his 3 starts. He's been very impressive. Behind the dish tonight is the crew chief, Chris Presley Murphy, in his 2nd season here in the Texas League. 1-2 pitch. Festa gets the strikeout, and Gamboa is gone for out number 1. Chris Engstrand is over there at first base, and the third base umpire tonight is Nathan Diedrich. Left-handed batter Matt Koperniak will step in. And the first pitch from Festa taken here for a strike, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike now to the hitter. The 0-1 pitch going to miss down low. What was so great about Festa's first start against Springfield on opening weekend was how efficient he was. 5 innings, and yes, he was on a short leash because of it being his first start. 51 pitches, 43 of them were strikes. It was nearly effortless. This one's going to be popped up into left field. Fajardo is drifting back, and the left fielder Fajardo runs it down and makes the catch. The wind gave that one a little extra carry, as there is a breeze today here at Riverfront blowing across the field from right to left. Coming out of the east at 9. 53 degrees here at the start of the ball game, and hopefully we can stay dry throughout. Here's Pedro Pajes, who will step into the batter's box. Pajes is the starting catcher today here for Springfield. Right-handed batter going up here against Festa, and here's a line drive into shallow center field, just out of reach of Prado, and it's going to drop in for a single in front of Deshaun Kiersey Jr. Had just enough on it to muscle it beyond the infielders and way too shallow for the outfielders to sprint in and get underneath it. So here's Chandler Redmond, who will step in. So Redmond steps into the batter's box, off to a terrific start. This is his second season here at the AAA level, and Redmond is the league leader in home runs, as he has been brilliant here in the early going. Redmond with 5 home runs, tied with Tulsa's Johnny DeLuca. Sharply hit ball past the diving Isola into right field. Holland is quickly up with it. Going first to third is Pages. And here comes the throw back into the infield, and Redmond will stop at first base. Back-to-back singles here in the first inning. And the Cardinals are in business with 2 outs and 2 men on. So runners at the corners here, and it brings up Jacob Buschberger, who will step into the batter's box. Jose Lajer, the third base coach and the manager of the Springfield Cardinals. Here's the pitch from Festa, and Buschberger swings away and fouls this one off. First base coach for Springfield is Will Hawks. Buschberger settling into the batter's box here. .205 batting average here in the early part of the season. Pitch going to be taken outside for a ball, and the count evens now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Batting .265 in his last 9 games as he's picked it up a bit. 1-1 pitch, check swing, he did go. And it's now a ball and 2 strikes. Buschberger, 3 home runs, 6 RBI on the young season. Here's the 1 ball, 2 strike pitch, and the 1-2 swung on and popped him up foul territory on the first base side, up and out of play. And we'll try it again now with the count being at 1 ball and 2 strikes. David Banuelos will be doing the receiving today. First time he's catching David Festa. Banuelos joined the ball club last week while we were in Tulsa. Arrived at the club a couple of days after Festa's start. Nice job there blocking that ball, which nearly got by the receiver. Isola's at first, Prado's at second. Brooks Lee gets the start this afternoon at shortstop, and Junior Severino's at third base. The outfield is Fajardo in left, Deshaun Kersey Jr. is in center, and Will Holland is in right field. So a ton of speed in the outfield with that trio. 2 balls and 2 strikes now with 2 outs. Festa comes set, runner going, and here's a ground ball through the right side. It's going to be a base hit. Going first to third is Chandler Redmond, and coming in to score from third base, giving Springfield the early lead, is Pedro Pages. 1-0 Cardinals. Buschberger found the spot on the right side of the diamond, and it was almost as if it was a hit and run, as it hit right where the second baseman normally would be, and with the second baseman shifted over more towards the middle of the diamond towards Prado, had a wide opening on the right side, and it's a base hit. 1-0 Cardinals, and it brings up L.J. Jones the fourth. Jones swings away, and a towering fly ball into center. Kersey coming in, and the Wind-Surge center fielder will make the catch, and that will end the Cardinal threat in the first. 1 run on 3 consecutive 2-out singles, and a couple of men left on base. Half inning in the books from Riverfront. Springfield 1, Wichita coming to bat. This is Wind-Surge Baseball. Adam Wainwright sprinted onto the field a moment ago to do his warm-ups, and this crowd here in Wichita gave him an ovation. That's him taking the field. This is a visiting guy, obviously, we know. We're in the Midwest. There's a lot of Cardinal fans that live here in Wichita, that live here in Kansas, so I will say that right out of the chute. Deshaun Kersey will step in to get this ball game going here for the Wind-Surge, as we are about to get it rolling here. The Wind-Surge and the Cardinals, and Wainwright steps back a second. The pitch clock is different for Adam Wainwright than it would be for Festa tonight because the big league rules are slightly different. So we will see some of that here tonight as Adam Wainwright's first pitch today, 87 miles per hour, and it is a called strike. Kersey steps into the batter's box, and the pitch going to be swung on and rolled up the line, third base side, foul. Kersey, Brooks Lee, and Yoiner Fajardo to lead things off here for the Wind Surge. Ramon Borrego flips it into the third base dugout. No balls and 2 strikes now to the batter, Kersey, who had a pretty good weekend against Tulsa. Ground ball up the middle, base hit into center field. Kersey makes the big turn at first, and he will stay there. And you got the league leader in stolen bases from a year ago on base to start things off here for Wichita. And Tico quickly gets it in, and here comes the shortstop, Brooks Lee. So Lee will step in. Left-handed batter, switch hitter actually. Lee will settle in. And the pitcher from Wainwright going to be swung on, and it was, wow, that had a lot on it as the pitch was diving away, and Brooks Lee could not keep up with it. It's going to get a lot of finesse here tonight from the veteran Adam Wainwright. And the pitch going to be taken here for a strike, and it's now no balls and 2 strikes here to the hitter. 0-2. Kersey is bored at first. And the pitch going to be down low. The throw down to second base. Got him. Deshaun thrown out. Caught stealing. Pedro Paez with a very good throw. The Wind Surge are 3rd in the league with stolen bases, but they're gunned down early here, and Deshaun Kersey called out. The pitch low and away. Paez receives it well, now throws it down to the shortstop covering, and the tag is right there, right in front of the bag. And of course the next pitch, a line drive into right center field. It's going to shoot the gap. Lee is on his way to second base, and Brooks Lee will cruise in with a 1-out double. Back-to-back hits for the Wind Surge as Lee doubles into the right center field corner. So with a runner aboard at second base, it brings up Yoiner Fajardo, who will step into the batter's box. Brooks Lee just doubled a second ago. When Lee was born in California back in February of 2001, Adam Wainwright was already in the minor leagues. Let's put that into perspective. Wainwright delivers, and the pitch is going to be taken here for a strike. And I'm not going to make fun of him because, of course, I was in the minor leagues then as well. 41 years of age, winner of 195 games at the major league level. I went over his resume earlier. It's impressive. This one's going to be sprayed into left center field. Lee will step on third. We're going to tie the ball game up. And Yoiner Fajardo, who has a base hit now in all but 2 games with the Wind Surge, gets another one, and that's a clutch hit right there, spraying it the opposite way for a base hit and driving in the tying run here in the first inning. 1-1 ball game. Runner aboard at first base with 1 out, and it brings to the plate the third baseman, Junior Severino. Severino, who steps into the batter's box. Fajardo with a short lead off the bag at first base. May not be running with the fact that Paez already threw out Kersey earlier in the inning, but Fajardo definitely will be running. No balls and 1 strike. And the 0-1 pitch. One and one now to the hitter. Take a look at the Cardinals defensively. Pius is behind the plate as the catcher. Chandler Redmond at first. Pitch going to be up and away for a ball, and Lopez at second. Gamboa, the shortstop. Bushberger at third. The outfield is Koperniak in left, and Tico in center. Alvarez in right, rounding out Springfield, who's decked out in their red jerseys today. Springfield across the front with the baseball bat, and the two Cardinals sitting on each side of the bat. Windsurge are in their home whites. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 now with 1 away. Thanks for joining us here on a cool night in Wichita. 1-1 game, bottom of the first. Pitch from Wainwright, swung on and missed here for a strike, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2. Here to the batter, Severino, Jr. 4 for 20 in the series against Tulsa. Started off having a very good series, but then cooled off a bit. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls and 2 strikes here down to the hitter. And the 2-2, and the pitch, breaking ball outside. And it's now ball 3, and it's now 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2. 14 pitches here in the first inning delivered by Wainwright. And the pitch, breaking ball outside. So a walk here. Fajardo goes to second. Severino draws the walk, and here comes Jake Rucker. Rucker has homered in back-to-back games, including hitting the game-winning RBI back on Saturday night. Did not play in the series finale on Sunday afternoon in Oklahoma. Rucker steps in, has been swinging the bat well. Here's a fly ball, well hit to right, heading all the way back, and at the track, Alvarez will run it down and make the catch. Fajardo advancing from second to third, and Jake Rucker gave it a pretty good ride deep to right field, but not enough here on a cool, windy night here at the ballpark as it goes as a long out. 1-1 ball game. Bottom of the first inning, and here comes Alex Isola, who will step into the batter's box. Ice stepping in here, and Isola with an RBI opportunity. And the pitch going to be taken here for a strike. 9 hits and 41 at-bats, batting .220. Couple of homers, and 5 runs batted in. Here's the 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. Wainwright comes set, delivers, and the pitch is going to be taken for a strike, and it's now no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 now to the hitter. Runners at the corners. Wainwright comes set, 0-2 delivery, and this one's lifted into left. Heading back is the left fielder, Koperniak, at the track, and he will run it down and make the catch. And that'll end the inning. Back here at the ballpark, Irving Lopez will step into the batter's box. Lopez, Alvarez, and Antico. 7, 8, 9 in the lineup here against Festa. The 0-1 pitch, slow roller, hit towards second. Prado takes it, tosses it on to the first baseman, Isola, for the putout, and there's 1 away. So with 1 down in a 1-1 ball game here in the top of the second inning, it'll bring up Jose Alvarez to the plate. So Alvarez steps in here for Springfield. Festa coming set, and the pitch is going to be swung on and fouled off. We mentioned we played Springfield opening weekend. It was the Windsurge winning the first 2 games of that series, and then Cardinals salvaging a game on that Saturday right before Easter. Alvarez originally came up with the Astros organization. Last season, spent, 3 different spots last year. I should say 4 different spots. He played 1 game with their AAA club in Sugar Land. He was with the Astros. 29 games in AA, 18 games in Asheville, and 78 games with Fayetteville. So he bounced around quite a bit last season, signing as an off-season free agent for the Cardinals. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. And the 2-2 pitch called, 3rd strike. Jose Alvarez is gone, and Festa has got strikeout victim number 2 on the day. Festa's got dynamite stuff for a wiry individual at 6'6", 190 pounds, just 23 years of age. But Festa's got explosive stuff that we've seen quite a bit of, and he's continuing to hone in on his skills. Pitch taken here for ball 1. Guy that can get up there to 96 miles per hour. He generates a lot of swings and misses. Pitch, there's a swing and a miss right there, and the count evens up now at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 here to the batter. And the 1-1 pitch going to be swung out and missed here for a strike, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the delivery going to be swung on and missed. A strikeout of Antico, and I just talked about Festa. A lot of swings and misses. He gets 2 punch-outs in the second on a perfect inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. Our ball game is going to head to the bottom of the second, all tied up at 1. This is WinSurge Baseball. Anthony Prado will step in to lead it off. So Prado settling in. And Prado steps in here as here's the pitch. No balls and 1 strike. Nothing in 1 now here to the batter, Anthony Prado, and the 0-1 pitch. Fly ball, well hit left field, and on the run is Koperniak, and he's going to run it down and make the catch. So with 1 away, it'll bring to the plate the right fielder, Will Holland, who will step into the batter's box. So Holland, number 8 batter in the lineup here, will make his way into the batter's box. Holland started the season really struggling. Holland won for his first 26. Had a big night Friday and a big night Saturday. Cooled off on Sunday, but he's got 3 hits in his last 9 at-bats with a homer, 3 RBI. Pitch going to be taken here for a strike, and it's now 0-2 now to the batter. No balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 now to the hitter. And the 0-2 delivery swung on and popped him up. And it's into shallow left field. Koperniak is coming in. He dives for it. The ball will drop. On his way to second base is going to be Will Holland. Koperniak was coming in. He slowed down and then made a feet-first sliding effort. And Will Holland is aboard with a double. So Holland will be aboard at second base. It hit his glove, but he had left his feet. And if you look at the replay here on our MILB TV for the viewers on WinSurge.com, you could see he kind of slid and it went too far, and it actually hit it off the wrist of the left fielder Koperniak as he was charging. Here's Banuelos, who will step into the batter's box. And David Banuelos will step into the batter's box, and it's going to be taken here for a strike, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike now to the hitter. Vanuelos, who was with the Wind Surge in 2021. Holland started to go and then held up. Last season, he spent the entire season at the AAA level for St. Paul. This season, he opened the year with St. Paul on their developmental rosters. A bunch of extra catchers in the organization and didn't get much playing time, so Twins were kind enough to shuffle him here. And the pitch going to be outside for a ball, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 and 2 now to the hitter. So with a runner at second base in Holland, one out. Wainwright will spin and throw back to second base. The ball's going to hit off the glove of Lopez, and on his way to third base is going to be Holland on what could be an error on the pitcher. Yeah, it's against Wainwright. I know you always think, all right, yeah, you're going to call an error on the pitcher because of the throw. But when it's a big leaguer, I'm sure the official scorer had to think about it for a second. Like, yeah, if it was anybody else, you wouldn't think about it. 1 ball and 2 strikes here. So here's Banuelos who will step in. Here's the 2-2 delivery, little roller up the middle. That ball hit off the side of the mound and kind of took a weird bounce, but the shortstop, Gamboa, picks it up and throws it over to first base. So the throwing error definitely moved the runner up. So Banuelos will pick up an RBI, and the Wind Surge grab the lead here at 2-1. So this will bring to the plate Deshaun Kersey Jr. So Kersey will step into the batter's box. And the delivery, swung out and a fly ball, well hit into right center field. That ball's going to shoot the gap and roll to the wall. Off the Bud Light sign, on his way to second is Kersey. He's legging to third. Here comes the relay, and the first triple of the year for the Wichita Wind Surge comes here today in game number 16. It's taken a while, but the Wind Surge are going to get one, and it's Deshaun Kersey Jr. gapping one into right center field, and he cruises into third base with a pop-up slide, and the Wind Surge still in business here with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. 2-1 in favor of the Surge, and here comes the shortstop, Brooks Lee. So Lee will step into the batter's box. He has doubled and scored, and the pitch is going to be taken here for a strike. 0-1 now to the batter, Brooks Lee. No balls and 1 strike now to the hitter. Short lead off the bag at third base, and the pitch is going to be taken downstairs here for a ball, and it's now 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 now with 2 away. And the pitch popped him up, back and out of play. And we try it again now with the count being at 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2. Here to the batter, Brooks Lee. And the 1-2 pitch going to be up and away for a ball, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 now to the hitter. Brooks Lee at the plate, doubled and scored back in the first. Wainwright's thrown 34 pitches so far. Ground ball past the diving effort. Lopez from his knees throws to first base and makes a tremendous play. Irving Lopez, the second baseman, dives for the ball and robs Brooks Lee of a base hit and an RBI. In the inning, 1 run on 2 hits, and a man left at third base. Wind Surge have taken the lead 2-1. This is Wind Surge Baseball. Gamboa steps into the batter's box to lead it off. Ball game moves into the top of the third inning. The Wind Surge did take the lead with a run in the bottom of the second inning. Archimedes Gamboa steps in. And the pitch going to be taken here for a ball. I've called many a games with Archimedes Caminero years ago. So it's spelled the same, but the pronunciation's a little bit different. Gamboa, strong hit, deep to right center, and this ball game is tied as Gamboa goes big fly over the right center field wall into the bullpen, and a game is tied just like that. Festa allowing the home run, and for Gamboa, his second of the season. Absolutely crushed that one deep to right center field, and it clears the wall 388 feet. And it traveled 104 miles per hour off the bat. So Gamboa quickly ties it up with a long home run to right center. Here's Koperniak, who will step into the batter's box. Koperniak, who flied out to left field, will step in, and the pitch is going to be lunged out and sliced down the line foul. 2-2 ball game. And the 1-ball, 1-strike pitch. Here to the batter, Koperniak. Cooler night here at the ballpark. Temperature in the low 50s. Festa no sleeves, and that's customary from catchers. Here's a fly ball, well hit to left, and that ball's going to travel and carry, and that one is out of here. A lot more distance to Koperniak's bomb, who hits off the scoreboard and clangs into the Midwest Kia family corner. So a home run for Koperniak. And he will race around the bases and touch them all to give Springfield the lead. 408 feet is the distance. 105 miles per hour off the bat. And it's back-to-back home runs as he crushed that one deep to left center field. And just like that, the Cardinals have taken the lead once again. 3-2. Here's the catcher, Pedro Pages, will step into the batter's box, and Pedro takes the pitch here for a ball. Pages singled with 2 outs back in the first and scored. The pitch going to be up and in for a ball, and it's now 2 balls and a strike, 2-1 now to the batter. And the 2-1 pitch, fly ball, well hit left field. That ball's going to go back to back. Nope, it's off the top of the fence, and it'll be a double for Pages. I thought it had enough to get out of here, but it hits right above the fence by Delta Dental, and it's going to be a double for Pedro Pages. Well, it was just a rope hit to left center field. He lunged after it and drills it to left center field. Drifting back is Fajardo, and the ball hits just off the top of the fencing and comes back in, and it is a double for Pedro Pages. So good news for the Wind Surge. You're never happy that it's a double, but we were so close to making it a third home run. In fact, I thought it was going to be. Nice job by the camera crew, getting us some good replays on how close that ball did come to getting out of the ballpark. And here's a dangerous hitter coming up in Redmond, who's tied for the league lead. Redmond swung on and fouled back. 0-1 now to the hitter. No balls and 1 strike now to the hitter. Chandler Redmond did something last season that is still, in my eyes, incredible. He hit a home run for the cycle. And I know you're like, all right, hit for the cycle, that's pretty rare. No, homered for the cycle. Hit a solo homer, hit a 2-run homer, had a 3-run home run, and had a grand slam home run all in the same game. Now, it's tough enough to hit 4 homers in a game, but to get that sequence all in one night, obviously that's out of your control. You never know how many people are going to be at the plate when you come to bat. But Chandler Redmond accomplished more in one game than what a lot of players will do in an entire week. Pitch going to miss down low. In fact, he didn't even have that great of a week, but still won Texas League Hitter of the Week purely based off of that one game because of the stats he put up, the unbelievable, mind-blowing stats that he put up that one night in Amarillo. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to the batter, Chandler Redmond. Redmond, little roller. Festa looked towards second initially, and the runner was scrambling back. And now David Festa has calmed down after the visit earlier in the inning from Banuelos. And he throws it on to first base for the out. So with 2 outs in the inning, it brings up Jacob Buschberger. Check that, 1 out in the inning. Inning started off with Gamboa and Koperniak going back-to-back, and then Pages with the double. Buschberger had the RBI single in his first at-bat. Swings away and pops it up foul territory, first base side, and we'll try it again with the count being 0-1. No balls and 1 strike now to the batter. And the 0-1 delivery going to be taken here for a strike. And it brings our count now to no balls and 2 strikes here to the hitter. 0-2 now with 1 out here to the batter, Buschberger. And the 0-2 delivery going to be just downstairs for a ball, and it's now a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 now with 1 out here to the hitter. Runner at second base, and the 1-2 pitch going to be grounded up the line, third base side. And we'll try it again now with the count being 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 now with 1 away. And the 1-2 pitch going to be up and away. And it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 delivery. And the 2-2 delivery going to be down in the dirt, ball kicked away from the catcher Banuelos, but not far enough. The runner at second base is Pages, who is a catcher. Had it been one of their speedy guys, I'm assuming he would have been able to go. But since it is the catcher there, he held up. Plus, you don't want to get thrown out at third base, especially when you're already in scoring position. 3-2 pitch, swung on and struck out. Ball kicked away from Banuelos, so he'll have to throw down to first base to complete the strikeout. He does, out number 2. So a punch out of Buschberger for the second out. And it will bring to the plate L.J. Jones the 4th. So Jones will step into the batter's box here. Flied out to center field in his first at bat. Short lead off the bag at first base, and the pitch is going to be swung on and missed here for a strike, and it's now 0-1. No balls and 1 strike now with 2 down. And the 0-1 pitch going to be down in the dirt. Kicked away from the catcher, but not far enough for Pages to take off. There's been a number of dirt balls in this sequence, but Banuelos has been on top of him, making sure nothing gets by him. 3-2 Cardinals lead here in the third. And the pitch from Festa swung out and fouled back. 56th pitch of the night by the Wind-Surge right-hander, David Festa. Just 23 years of age. This kid that the Twins found at Seton Hall and has been aggressively moving up the system, trying to get through this third inning. And the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch, grounded up the line, third base side. Severino gets it, throws it over to first, and it's offline. The first baseman, Isola, had to leave his position to save that ball, and by the time he scrambled back to the bag at first base, it is beaten out, so it's going to be an error on the throw, E5. It was just way offline, and a nice job by Isola to try to save it, but unfortunately for Festa, it's already been a long inning in which he's faced 6 batters. Gave up the back-to-back homers to start it, then he gave up the double, but he's really calmed down, got Redmond to ground out, got Buschberger to strike out, but now the throwing error extends the inning. He's thrown 57 pitches today. On a cool night, and already visit number 2 by the Wind-Surge. DJ Engel, one of the 2 pitching coaches for Wichita, walking out to the pitcher's mound to have a few words here with David Festa. Here's Irving Lopez, who will step into the batter's box. Lopez looked to show bunt, which would have been a little bit of a surprise here with 2 outs here in the third inning and a runner at third base who doesn't particularly run all that great. Now keep in mind there are 2 outs in the inning and you'd be running on contact most likely. 0-1 pitch swung out and fouled back, so he just decoyed it the first time around. Lopez stepping back in. A lot of speed, essentially a leadoff hitter that's batting here today in the number 7 spot. Lopez chases after that one and strikes out, and the inning is over. Strikeout number 5 on the evening, so the error is all but forgotten as the Wind-Surge get out of the inning without any further damage. 2 runs on 3 hits, an error, and a couple of men left on base. Our ball game is going to head to the bottom of the third inning. Wichita trails it by a run, 3-2. This is Wind-Surge baseball. Left fielder Yoiner Fajardo will step in to lead things off. Cardinals lead at 3-2. A lot of offense here in the early going. Springfield 3 runs on 6 hits. For Wichita, 2 runs on 5 hits. Both teams have committed an early error. Fajardo singled and drove in a run to face Adam Wainwright. Swings away and lifts this one into shallow left. Koperniak a long way to run, and the Cardinal left fielder will get underneath it and make the catch in foul territory for out number 1. So with 1 away, it'll bring to the plate the third baseman, Junior Severino. So Severino will make his way to the plate. He is our ACT, Advanced Catastrophe Technologies, cleanup hitter. Severino settles in and hits a bullet to right field, and no, Redmond robs him. The first baseman reaches out and makes the catch. Turned on that one, hit it 100 miles an hour off his bat, but Redmond just snares it. Well, with nobody on base, he's playing back, and he just reaches out and comes up with it. Right place, right time, and Chandler Redmond just robbed Severino of a hit. 3-2 our score. Pitch here to Jake Rucker. Taken here for a strike. Rucker hit a deep ball in his first at bat back in the first. Hit him to the track, but not enough to get out of here today. Hit a couple of homers I mentioned. One on Friday night, one on Saturday night, with the Surge being on the road in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Wainwright. Breaking ball and a nasty pitch right there. Swing and a miss for strike two. Mentioned Wainwright, who has been in baseball for a long time, 41 years of age, pitching professionally for the first time in the state of Kansas. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I have to sit down with him. I'm sure he knows how many states he's probably pitched in. And he was able to knock this one off. Add another state to the list. Of course, he pitched for Springfield last week in a start against Midland. Many thought maybe he would start for Memphis, the AAA ball club, but they're in Durham, and they decided to send him here to Wichita instead. Here's the pitch, and it's a strikeout. Rucker is gone, and the inning is over, and that applause is for Adam Wainwright. No, we're not in St. Louis. Ball game is going to head to the 4th inning. Windsurge trailing the Cardinals 3-2. This is Windsurge Baseball. Jose Alvarez will step into the batter's box to face David Festa. 3 innings in the books as we move into the top of the 4th here on a Tuesday night at Riverfront. Windsurge and Cardinals. Springfield 3 runs on 6 hits. Windsurge 2 runs on 5 hits. Festa delivers, and the pitch is going to be taken here for a strike. Jose Alvarez at the plate for Springfield. 1-1 pitch. Festa's pitch is going to be swung on and fouled off along the first base side, up and out of play. And we'll try it again now with the count being at 1-2 strikes. 1-2 pitch. Festa spins and delivers, and this one's going to be a line drive into left field. It's going to drop for a base hit. So Alvarez gets his first hit of the evening. Mentioned David Festa was pitching fantastic in his first start against the Cardinals back on that second game of the season, that Friday. Blaine Enlow got the start in the opener. Festa was the starter that Saturday, and he carved up the Cardinals that day. But today, a little bit different approach for Springfield. They've seen him once. Pitch taken here for a strike as Antico, left-handed batting center fielder, settles in. Severino pinched up at the corner. And now throw over to first, and nearly picked him off. The throw from Festa ends up hitting Alvarez in the rib. The throw is on target, and it ends up hitting him in the rib as he was diving back into the base. Isola might have blocked it a little bit before it hit him direct. Can't really tell, but he's slow in getting up. He is up. But Alex Wolfinger, the athletic trainer, coming out, you know, whenever you get hit in the rib at all, and remember Festa gets it up there. I don't know what his throw was there to first base, but he is a pitcher who brings the heat into the upper 90s. Here's the 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed here for a strike, and it's now 0-2 now to the batter, Mike Antico. No balls and 2 strikes here to the hitter. Afternoon ball game tomorrow here at Riverfront between the Windsurge and Cardinals. 12:05 first pitch. 0-2 delivery, swung on and struck him out. Antico, for the second time today, will be a strikeout victim. And for Festa, that's his 6th strikeout of the night. Twins and Yankees, middle of the 6th up at Target. It's a 2-2 ball game tonight. Twins a winner last night over the Yankees. So Minnesota, the Major League affiliate of the Wind Surge, are 13-10, 2 games up on Cleveland. Archimedes Gamboa will step in and a throw over to first, and another very close call. As Alvarez diving back into the bag. No balls and 1 strike, nothing in 1. Here's the 0-1 delivery, and it's going to be down low. Springfield's Major League affiliate, the Cardinals, St. Louis, will play later tonight out west. Oracle Park in San Francisco taking on the Giants. 1 ball and 1 strike now to the batter, Archimedes Gamboa, and the pitch swung on and fouled back, and it's now a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes now with 1 out. Was mentioning it earlier. As Jose Bravo begins to warm up for the Wind Surge. Festa's pitch count starting to get up there. It's, as I said, it's 69 pitches already. The Wind Surge have a doubleheader, I should say have a day game tomorrow. Runner going on a very delayed steal, and he's gone. The ball was down in the dirt, and Alvarez took off for second base, and he's going to be gunned down here on a perfect throw from Banuelos. Well, he took off thinking that he had a chance, and a good throw ends up running him down. Here's a ground ball back to the pitch. Festa is up with it, and will throw it over to first base for the putout. In the inning, no runs, a hit, and nobody left on base. David Festa's day may be over because of pitch count. We'll have to wait and see. Bottom of the 4th coming up from Wichita. Cardinals out in front of the Wind Surge. 3-2. This is Wind Surge baseball. Alex Isola will step into the batter's box. Start things off here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Wichita trailing it by a run, 3-2. Thanks for joining us. Tim Grubbs joining you from Riverfront Stadium, downtown Wichita, Kansas, for the first of a 6-game series. Our first big-time Major League rehab assignment at this ballpark. Danny Coulombe and Trevor Larnach of the Twins appeared here last year. But Wainwright's got Hall of Fame pedigree. The Wind Surge faced Andrew Heaney and Fernando Tatis both on the road. So we've faced some bigger names, but it's great to have a guy like Wainwright in here with his sterling reputation. This one's going to be a line drive down the left field line, foul, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 now to the hitter, Alex Isola. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Mentioned we've got a day game tomorrow. There were a couple of day games in the Texas League earlier today. Tulsa was a winner at Little Rock 4-1. Here's a line drive to left field. It's going to drop and roll and into the corner. Isola's digging for 2. Here comes the throw from Koperniak, and Alex Isola pops in there with a double to start things off here in the 4th inning. And then earlier today at a wild one in Midland, Texas, where the wind can blow out and can get wild scores. Well, I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm just looking at the box score, and it was a 15-14 Midland final over Corpus Christi. So that's our AA Texas League scoreboard, brought to you by our great friends at Prairie Land Partners, your John Deere dealership. Here's Anthony Prado, who will step in. Tying run in scoring position here against Wainwright. 49th pitch of the day for Adam. We're expecting around 75 or so today. Pitch going to be taken here for a ball. 1-0 now to the batter, Anthony Prado. And the 1 ball, no strike pitch going to miss downstairs for a ball, and it's now 2 balls and no strikes. Mid-4, Frisco leads Amarillo 5-0. And one other game, bottom of the 4th, Northwest Arkansas and San Antonio. Scoreless, that game at the Wolf down in San Antonio. 2 balls and no strikes here in the 2-0 pitch. Prado swings away at a 86 mile an hour. And it's now 2 balls and 1 strike now to the batter, Prado. 2-1 here to the hitter. And the 2-ball, 1 strike pitch going to be up and in for ball 3, and it's now 3 balls and a strike now to the hitter. Three and 1 now to the batter, Anthony Prado. And the 3-ball, 1 strike pitch going to be swung on and fouled back. And we try it again now with the count being full now at 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 now to the batter, Anthony Prado. Wind Surge down by a run. Alex Isola in scoring position with nobody out here in the 4th. Wainwright's pitch swung on and a high fly ball, well hit to left. Koperniak will run it down. He will make the catch at the track. Isola tags but elects not to try to advance as Anthony Prado is retired here for the first out in the 4th. So bring up the right fielder, Will Holland. Mentioned Holland off to the slow start, but really kind of turned the corner over the weekend in Tulsa. You take a look at the offensive statistics in the Texas League. It's pretty much, you compare them to 1 year ago today, same amount of games, and now pitch clock violation on Adam Wainwright. So it's a ball and no strikes. I mentioned it earlier, Wainwright's pitch clock is a little different than the AA one because the rules are different. He does get the major league pitch clock, but he still gets whacked with a violation here in the 4th. The pitch is going to be taken here for a strike. But statistically, hitting is down compared to 1 year ago across the entire league. So I'm assuming as the temperatures warm up and guys ramp it up a little bit, it will pick up a little bit. Pitch taken here for ball. It's not a drastic difference, but it is. Team batting averages across the league down a decent amount from 1 year ago. Here's the 2-1 pitch, swung on and lifted into right field. Alvarez backpedaled initially, now has to come in, will make the catch and quickly rifle it into the infield. And after the leadoff double, the Wind Surge have failed to move Isola up after a fly ball to pretty deep left and now a routine fly ball to right. Isola still standing at second base here with 2 down in the 4th inning, down by a run. And here comes the catcher, David Banuelos. Banny will step into the batter's box here, picked up an RBI in his first at bat. Grounded out to the shortstop. Short lead off the bag at second base. Banuelos' delivery going to be taken here for a strike. And it's now no balls and 1 strike now to the hitter. Wainwright, 56 pitches thus far. 0-1 now to the hitter. And the 0-1 delivery is going to be just outside for a ball. And the count evens up now at 1 ball and 1 strike now to the hitter. 1-1 with 2 down. And the 1-1 going to miss down low, ball 2. And it's now 2 balls and a strike. Ball game here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Wichita trailing it by a run, 3-2. And here's the pitch to Banuelos, a fly ball into left. Kaperniak camped out, makes the catch, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, and a man left on base. Wichita's left 3 through 4. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Cardinals lead it 3-2. This is Wind-Surge Baseball on MILB TV, Valley Live, and ESPN Wichita. Ball game's going to move into the top of the 5th inning. Wind-Surge and Cardinals. Festa heads back out there. I mentioned last inning that Jose Bravo began to warm up in the Wichita pen, but Festa's got some more innings left in him, or at least some more pitches left in him. 80, let's just see, pitch count at the moment for David Festa is the pitch missing down low here for a ball. And he misses on the first 2 of the inning. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0. So far tonight, Wainwright 61 pitches, Festa 71 pitches. Pitch going to be missing down low, ball 3, and it's now 3 balls and no strikes. 3-0 here to the hitter, Matt Kaperniak, who homered in his last at-bat, and he walks him on 4 pitches. So Kaperniak will draw the walk, and it brings to the plate the catcher, Pedro Paez. So Paez will step in. He has himself a single and a double in today's ball game. So the delivery, a little roller up the line, third base side, foul, and we'll try it again now with the count being no balls and a strike. Big week of fun here at Riverfront. Of course, a day game tomorrow, and then on Thursday, the Wind-Surge will be decked out as the Turbo Tubs once again, as it's a Turbo Tub Thursday with $2 12-ounce domestics. Specials on Coca-Colas and soft drinks here at the ballpark. And then Friday night, we're going to blow it out. There's a lot going on Friday here at the ballpark, including fireworks. Pitch taken here for a strike. Here to the batter, Pedro Paez. Kids take over. And the 0-2 delivery. And the 0-2 delivery going to be swung on and struck him out. Paez retired for the first time tonight. Strikeout victim number 7 on the ball game for David Festa. Yeah, so the kids take over, so kids will be working on the field. Kids will be doing the public address. You'll even have a youngster in the broadcast booth with me for a little bit. They'll do just about everything at the ballpark over the course of the night. All of that is presented to you by our good friends at Mel Hambelton Ford. And then it's also a cap giveaway. First 1,500 kids get a free cap courtesy of Mel Hambelton Ford. That's Friday night, 7:05. Saturday is Bark in the Park, so you bring your man's best friend out to the ballpark on Saturday at 2:05, and then Sunday we wrap it up with a Kids Day. Pre-game catch on the field, post-game kids get to run the bases. David Festa's day is over. He ends on a high note with a strikeout of Pedro Paez, and we will take a call to the bullpen, brought to you by our good friends at Eaton Roofing and Exteriors. Wind-Surge down by a run, 3-2. This is Wind-Surge Baseball.
Bravo! That pitching change is brought to you by Eaton Roofing and Exteriors. Celebrating 30 years in business as one of the largest residential roofing contractors in the state. Eaton Roofing and Exteriors is here for the life of your home.
Soy mexicano, esa es mi bandera. Yo la levanto por donde quiera. Verde, blanco, rojo hasta que muera. El barrio prendido ya quemó afuera. Soy mexicano, esa es mi bandera. Yo la levanto por donde quiera. Verde, blanco, rojo hasta que muera. El barrio prendido ya quemó afuera. Me voy tendido, me voy empinando mi bote. Un poco mareado por la bebida y el borlote. Me tiene hasta la riata la gente con su mitote. Pero me despreocupo, me pelan todo el garrote. Me para la chota, ya es por mi apariencia. Y hay tantos delitos que hay tanta demencia. Yo no cargo nada, no.
Chandler Redmond will step in. Pitching change presented to you by Eaton Roofing and Exteriors. Protecting the life of your home for over 30 years. Redmond steps in, and the new pitcher is going to be Jose Bravo, who comes in here out of the bullpen. Bravo 1-0 with a .466 earned run average, appearing in his 5th game of the season. Bravo goes right to work, and Redmond, big swing and a miss here for a strike, and it's now 1 ball and 1 strike. Festa went 4 1/3 innings, allowed 7 hits, walked 1 and struck out 7. At the moment, is charged with 3 runs, also responsible for the runner aboard at first base. Pitch going to be taken inside here for a ball, and it's now 2 balls and a strike now to the batter, Chandler Redmond. Tim Grubbs joining you tonight from Riverfront. First of a 6-game series with the Cardinals. This one's going to be a little roller hit towards first. Up with it is Banuelos, who will step on the bag, and there is 2 outs in the inning. Koperniak, who reached on a walk, will advance to second base. Nobody warming up in the Cardinal bullpen. As we mentioned, Adam Wainwright, the 41-year-old veteran, making a rehab start today and expected to go 75 pitches or so. So he's at 61. Talked with Wainwright before the ball game today, and it seemed like if it was up to him, he'd like to go a little longer, but we'll see exactly what kind of leash they have on him once he gets going next inning, as the 2-2 pitch awaits here to Jacob Bushberger. Singled and drove in a run back in the first. It's a 3-2 game. Bravo comes set, and a line shot back towards the pitcher. It hits off of Bravo's glove, ricochets. Prado comes up with it, throws to first base for the putout, and the inning is over. That was a wicked line drive off the bat of Jacob Bushberger, and it ricochets off of Bravo, but he gets the out. 1-4-3 on the putout. In the inning, no runs, no hits, a walk, and a man left on base. Bottom of the 5th coming up. This is Wind Surge Baseball. Deshaun Kersey Jr. is off to a great start tonight against Adam Wainwright. He's got a single and a triple as he'll step into the batter's box. Wainwright mentioned heads back out there for the 5th inning, and the pitch is going to be taken here for strike. Good crowd on hand, a lot of red. I know the Wind Surge have red in their uniform colors as well, but each and every time Wainwright comes off the field or goes on the field, it is quite the ovation. And there is activity beginning in the Springfield bullpen. So the Cardinals bullpen is starting to get going. So I mentioned we were thinking 75. That's pitch number 62. Pitch going to be taken here for a ball. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Warming up in the pen is number 46, Nick Trojelik Iverson. And the pitch going to be ground ball up the middle, going to be fielded by the shortstop Gamboa. Throws it onto first base for the putout, and the first time tonight that the Wind Surge leadoff hitter is retired. So here comes Brooks Lee, who will step in. Doubled and grounded out to the second baseman. So Lee will step in. Lee had a double and scored back in the first inning. It's a 3-2 Cardinals lead. Ball game here in the 5th inning. No balls and 1 strike now to the batter in the 0-1 delivery. And the pitch is going to be taken here for a strike. And it's down no balls and 2 strikes now to the hitter. 0-2 now with 1 away. And the delivery. Pitch going to miss. Not by much, but misses up high for a ball. And it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 now with 1 away now to the hitter. Mentioned it was a cool start to today's game, but we were just happy that the rain had held off. The forecast has not been all that promising for today's game, and it was supposed to rain quite a bit, but got a little bit overnight. Actually got quite a bit overnight, a little bit this morning, but Part of it broke up. But the fans have showed up as the 1-2 pitch going to miss downstairs for a ball, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2. Here to the hitter, Brooks Lee. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 delivery now awaiting Lee at the plate. And the pitch. And it's going to be just outside. Ball 3. Twins get a pair of 2-run home runs in the 6th inning. Byron Buxton, his 4th of the season, and former Windsurge Trevor Larnach launched a 2-run. Here's a line drive down the right field line. Foul. And it keeps our count now full here at 3 balls and 2 strikes here to the hitter. Windsurge and Cardinals. Brooks Lee at the plate. Number 1 pick a year ago, and Brooks has been off to a great start. He had a 10-game hit streak to open the season. It was Lee who had a hit in each of the first 3 games of the season against this Cardinals team. And he already has a hit again tonight, doubling back in the first, 1 for 2. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Wainwright, and he goes the other way, smacks it just fair inside the third base line. Brooks is booking down to second base, and Lee will get his 2nd double of the night, and Brooks Lee has got himself his 6th double of the year, and he's in scoring position here with 1 out. And that's going to be it for Wainwright. He banged it right down the third base line, and going to be Jose Lejer coming out at pitch number 74, and I'm going to be quiet here. I mentioned a second ago how much of an ovation that Wainwright's been getting, and we'll just let you take it in. Tip of the cap. Been around the game a long time. World Series champion, Roberto Clemente Award recipient, National League All-Star, closing in on 200 wins. He's done a lot, and the fans here at the ballpark certainly appreciate it. Call to the bullpen, brought to you by Eaton Roofing and Exteriors. The Windsurge have got themselves down by a run. Pitching change timeout. This is Windsurge Baseball. Nick Trojulik coming in. Iverson. Hyphenated name, so I had to get it all in there. Trojulik Iverson, 6'1", right-hander from Oakville, Ontario. Originally signed as a non-drafted free agent. And stepping in is going to be Fajardo. Ground ball up the first base line. It's going to be picked up by the first baseman, Redmond, who will step on the bag for the out. So here comes Severino. So Severino will step into the batter's box. And the delivery is going to be up and away here for a ball, 0-1. One ball and 1 strike here to the batter, Severino. The runner at third base is responsible to Wainwright. If he scores, Wainwright would be charged with 3 runs today. 74 pitches, 52 for strikes. 4 1/3 innings. Here's the pitch, a fly ball, well hit left field. It is going to get out of here. Severino the other way, a 2-run home run, and the Windsurge retake the lead here in the 5th. Junior Severino, touch 'em all. That's number 4. Smoked it, absolutely crushed it. 100 miles an hour off his bat. 392 feet to left field, and the Windsurge have retaken the lead here, 4-3. Not a big 2-run home run. That'll close the book on the starter Wainwright, who will now get nicked up with that extra run. So stepping into the batter's box here is going to be Jake Rucker, the designated hitter. Here's the pitch going to be taken here for a ball. So Wainwright, 4 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Walked 1, struck out 1, 74 pitches, 52 strikes. 2 balls and 1 strike now to the batter, Jake Rucker. So Brooks Lee's double ends the day for Wainwright, and the bullpen comes in and gives up a 2-run home run. Trodgerlick Iverson facing Rucker, and the pitch here to Rucker going to be down low here for a ball. Jake, who homered in back-to-back games over the weekend on the road, really has been locked and loaded. This is going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 3, and the inning will come to a close. Rucker is gone, and the inning is over. The Windsurge have taken the lead, 4-3. We go to the 6th. This is Windsurge baseball. Windsurge have taken the lead thanks to the 2-run home run from Junior Severino. Here's L.J. Jones, the 4th, who will step into the batter's box, number 4. As appropriate, you would think he would be. L.J. Jones, IV is how it is put on the roster. The Roman numeral for 4. Here's Jones at the plate, no balls and 1 strike. Jones swung out and missed here for a strike, no balls and 2 strikes. Nothing and 2 now to the hitter. No balls and 2 strikes. And the 0-2 delivery awaiting L.J. Jones. Here's the pitch from Bravo. Going to be taken here for a ball. One and 2 now to the batter. And the pitch going to be swung on and missed for a strikeout. So Lopez said Jones is gone, and it brings up Lopez. Windsurge have taken the lead here. And the pitch here to Irving Lopez, taken here for a strike. And the pitch going to be swung on and fouled back. And we'll try it again now with the count being no balls and 2 strikes. Nothing and 2 now to the hitter. The pitch here from Bravo. Jose delivers, and it's going to be rolled up the line, first base side. And we'll try it again now with the count being no balls and 2 strikes. Thanks for joining us here. Riverfront Stadium, 6th inning. Windsurge have got the lead. Here's a sharply hit ball hit towards second. It's going to be off the glove of Prado and into right field. So Prado was ranging over and was on his backhand to try to field it. The base runner was a long way away from first base. It was a backhand, and it's going to go base hit. So Lopez is aboard, and here's a ground ball up the third base line, rolled foul, and we'll try it again. 4-3 is our score. Windsurge have taken the lead with that 2-run fifth. And the pitch going to be swung on and missed here for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes now to the hitter. No balls, 2 strikes now with 1 down here to the batter. And the pitch, fly ball into right field. On the run is the Windsurge right fielder. He's going to run it down in Holland. They're going to throw it in. They had the runner off of first base for a double play, and Holland just got overly excited. I guess that's the only thing I can say, as Holland reared up and fired a missile towards first base, and it overshot the first baseman, went all the way to catcher. Nicely backed up, doesn't cause an error. But it was a situation where a better throw, you would have had an inning-ending double play ball, because Lopez was off and running and was scrambling back to first base. But you get another shot here. 1 ball and no strikes here to the hitter. 1-0. And the 1 ball, no strike pitch. Awaiting Antico, and it's going to be swung on and fouled back, and we'll try it again now with the count being at a ball and a strike. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Going to be down in the dirt. Ball's going to kick away from Banuelos, and he's going to scramble down to second base on a wild pitch. So you got yourself a runner now. The Cardinals do in scoring position. 2 balls and a strike now with 2 down. Here's the 2-1 delivery here to the left-handed batting Antico, with a runner at second base. Bravo delivers, and the pitch is going to be swung on and fouled off. For the Windsurge tonight, 4 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. For the Cardinals, 3 runs on 8 hits and 1 error. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to the hitter. And the 2-2 delivery from the right-handed Jose Bravo, trying to get out of this mess and keep the Windsurge on top as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. And the 2-2, we got him. Bravo gets his 2nd strikeout, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, and a man left on base. Ball game will go to the bottom of inning number 6. Wichita has got themselves a 4-3 advantage. This is Windsurge baseball. Alex Isola steps in to lead it off. Ball game moves into the bottom of inning number 6, and the pitch here to Alex is going to be taken here for strike 1. 0-1 now to the hitter. 4-3 Windsurge, thanks to the 2-run home run from Severino. Trodgerlick Iverson, 2nd inning of relief. 0-2 pitch, sharply hit ball through the left side, and it's going to be a base hit. So a single into left field here by Alex Isola. Windsurge 9th hit of the ball game. And this will bring to the plate the second baseman, Anthony Prado, who will step into the batter's box. Fly to left in the 2nd, fly to left in the 4th. Prado will step into the batter's box. He shows bunt, And the pitch is going to be taken here for a strike. 0-1 now to the hitter. No balls and 1 strike. And the 0-1 delivery going to be inside for a ball. And the count evens up now at 1 ball and 1 strike now to the batter, Anthony Prado. Short lead off the bag at first base. Here's the pitch, swung through and missed here for strike 2. And it's now a ball and 2 strikes here to the hitter. 1-2 now to Anthony Prado. Short lead off the bag at first base. Here's the 1-2 pitch, fly ball, well struck right field. Alvarez coming in, and the ball's going to get by him. The wind beat it up, and it ends up dropping in right field. That's a wind ball right there. It looked like it was going to go a lot deeper than what it did. Alvarez is not an outfielder by trade. The wind beat it down, and I think that's what aided the ability of that ball being able to drop in. Tried to make the adjustment, sprint towards it, but could not, and it drops. And a bad break for Trodgerlik Iverson on a fly ball to right field that you probably thought would be an out. Ends up dropping in. It has to be a base hit. So here's Will Holland who will step in. 1-run game. They'll throw back to second base, and back into the bag safely is going to be Isola. So Holland doubled and scored back in the second. Fly to right in the fourth. Steps into the batter's box. And they're going to show bunt. The infielders are charging, and the pitch is going to be taken here for a strike. 0-1. No balls and 1 strike now to the hitter. Ball game here in the home half of inning number 6. The 0-1 pitch. And the pitch is going to be taken outside for a ball, and the count evens up now at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 now to the hitter. And the 1-1 pitch here to the batter, Will Holland, who shows bunt. And the pitch is going to be taken here for ball 2, and it's now 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 now to the hitter, Will Holland. No activity yet in the Cardinal bullpen, but you'd have to assume with Iverson in trouble here that there could be soon. This one's popped up, back behind the plate, and it's into the seats. Fan catches it on a ricochet. Had a bunch of Cardinals fans fighting for it, and it ends up being a Windsurge fan who ends up coming away with it, wearing his Windsurge jersey giveaway from last Saturday. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to the batter, Will Holland. And the 2-2 time is called, is very late time issued. And the pitch will be waved off. So the Windsurge threatening here in the 6th with a runner at second base and a runner at first base. In a 4-3 Wichita lead. Trodgerlik Iverson on the mound. Canadian facing Will Holland. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Sets and delivers, and he gets the strikeout for the first out of the inning. So with 1 down, it brings up the catcher, David Banuelos. So David will step into the batter's box here for Wichita. With 1 out and a couple of runners on. Trodgerlik Iverson has been in there for a full inning now. Came in to relieve Adam Wainwright, who went 4 1/3 tonight on a rehab assignment. Gave up 3 runs on 7 hits. Hard hit, ground ball up the middle. Past the diving Gamboa into center field. They're going to send Isola around third, and the Windsurge get a big run here on a 1-out RBI single for David Banuelos. Well, he just smoked it right past the shortstop Gamboa. The throw went to third base to prevent Prado from going from first to third. And this will bring us back to the top of the batting order now, and Deshaun Kersey Jr. So Kersey will step in. Windsurge have built their lead now to 2, leading this one 5-3. Kersey at the plate, and the pitch going to miss just outside. 4-1, and it's now 1-0. Ball and no strikes here with 1 away. Deshaun singled and tripled earlier today, and the pitch is going to be low and away for a ball, and it's now 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 now to the hitter. Runner at first, runner at second. And the 2-ball, no strike pitch. Breaking ball going to be taken here for a strike, and it brings the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 here to the batter, Kersey. And the 2-1 pitch swung out at a line drive, hit to third, right into the glove of Buschberger for the second out of the inning. Right place, right time. That ball was absolutely smoked. 103 miles per hour off the bat of Kersey as he just hit a hard hit line drive to third. Fortunately for the base runners, Prado and Banuelos, neither one of them wandered off the bag too far. That was a ball that could have easily created a double play ball. And here's Brooks Lee. Surge shortstop hit a double last inning. Came around to score on the 2-run homer from Severino. And Brooks, who's got 2 hits tonight, both of them doubles. First 2-double night of the year for Brooks Lee. 1-0 pitch up and away for a ball, and it's now 2 balls and no strikes here to the hitter. 2-0 now to the left-handed batter. Windsurge have extended the lead to 5-3, getting into double digit in the hit category. 11-8. Slow roller. Second baseman Lopez tosses it on to first, and that'll end the inning. Windsurge pick up another run, extend their lead now to Wichita, leading it 5-3. Back here at the ballpark, Archimedes Gamboa steps in as our ball game moves into the top of inning number 7. Windsurge have got themselves a 2-run lead after scoring in the 5th 2 runs and then adding another run in the 6th. So it's a 5-3 ball game, and it's going to be swung on and fouled off right at the plate. And the count evens up now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 now to the batter, Gamboa. Bases are empty. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and struck him out. A punch out of Gamboa to start things off here in the 7th inning. So with 1 down, it brings up the left fielder, Matt Koperniak. Koperniak, who fly to left, has homered and has reached on a walk. And the pitch is going to be taken here for a strike. 0-1 now to the batter, Koperniak. 5-3 game here in the top of the 7th. Windsurge and the Springfield Cardinals. And the pitch is going to be taken here. 1 ball and 1 strike. Houston beat the Rays tonight to end Tampa Bay's 14-game home winning streak. Pretty impressive. But the Astros do knock off Tampa in that game today down at the Trop. Twins are going to win again. Minnesota takes down the Yankees. 6-1 yesterday, 6-2 today. They'll play a day game tomorrow up in Minneapolis. 12-10 start, wrapping up that 3-game series, and then Kansas City strolls into town for a 4-day series this weekend. On our Major League scoreboard for this Tuesday night, the 1-2 pitch is going to be down low, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 now with 1 away. 5-3 our score. Here's the pitch to Koperniak, and it's going to be a line drive down into the seats. Then hit ricochets off the netting and into the Wichita dugout. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to the batter. And the 2-2 pitch swung on, and he got a piece of this one. And Bravo's staying alive as keeping Koperniak here. Bravo's still been in there. It's been good tonight. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 now with 1 away. And the 2-2 pitch is going to be popped up down the left field line and into the seats. Two balls and 2 strikes. And the delivery, ground ball up the middle. Base hit into center field. So a single here for Koperniak. And it brings up the catcher, Pedro Paez, who will step into the batter's box. He's had a big night tonight. Singled, doubled, and struck out. So Paez will step in. Windsurge and Cardinals. Game number 1 of the 6-game set. Mentioned we'll do it again tomorrow. 12:05 first pitch between these 2 ball clubs. And tomorrow's game will be the right-hander Travis Adams going up against the right-handed Brandon Komar. 1-0 pitch going to be outside for a ball, and it's now 2 balls and no strikes now to the hitter. 2-0. Here to the batter here with 1 away. And the 2-0 pitch going to be check swing, and it is a strike, and it's now 2 balls and 1 strike down to the hitter. 2-1 now to the batter, Paez. Short lead off the bag at first base, and the 2-1 pitch is going to be down low. Ball 3, and it's now 3 balls and a strike now to the hitter. Short lead off the bag at first base. And the 3-1 pitch going to be called a strike. Chris Presley Murphy, the plate umpire, ringing it up, and Paz didn't like the call, and this is coming from a catcher. Sometimes catchers can be a little more vocal because they know the strike zone. Obviously, since they're on the other end of it, receiving all the pitches, he was pretty upset about that, asked for time, and stepped out of the batter's box. 3 balls and 2 strikes now with 1 away. And the 3-2, runner going, going to be a ground ball hit through the hole on the left side. Koperniak will stop at second. And Paez is aboard with a base hit, so he battles it off and ends up getting the single into left field. So with runners at first and second, Wichita protecting a 2-run lead. Here comes DJ Engel, the pitching coach. Gonna head back out there as Bravo's pitch count starting to get a little bit up there. Bravo is stretched out a little more than some of the others. He's thrown 39 pitches, 26 of them have been for strikes. You'd like to see him get through this inning, and then you can get it into your regular setup guys and close it out. Windsurge and Cardinals, for that matter, both had the day off yesterday. The one great thing about the way the schedule works, with Monday being league-wide off days, all these managers and pitching coaches really have the opportunity to give everybody a break on Monday, and you locked and loaded, everybody's fresh for Tuesday and the start of a new series. Here's the dangerous Chandler Redmond who steps in. Jordan Brink begins to warm up in the Windsurge bullpen. For Springfield, they have some activity as well. And the pitch is going to be up and in for a ball. And it's now 2 balls and no strikes. Andre Granillo warming up in the bullpen. 2 balls and a strike now to the batter, Chandler Redmond. 1 for 3 in this ball game. You got a runner at first, a runner at second. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and it's going to be just outside for ball 3. A walk would load him up for Buschberger with 1 out. Nothing you want to do here, but you got to be careful with this guy, Redmond. It's a dangerous hitter. 3-1 pitch called strike 2. He threw his bat, assuming it was ball 4, and a frustrated Chandler Redmond gets back in the batter's box. Well, it was over the plate. It might have been low, but looking at the replay, I'm not sure I would have thrown the bat in a scenario like that. 3-2 pitch, swung on and struck him out. Redmond's a strikeout victim, and a frustrated Chandler Redmond will walk towards the first base dugout. Another punch out for the Windsurge. Festa got the strikeout machine rolling tonight with 7 through 4 1/3. Bravo's 4th punch out, so 11 strikeouts tonight by Windsurge pitching. So you got a runner at first, a runner at second. Buschberger steps in, and the pitch is going to be taken here for strike 1. 0-1 now to the batter, Buschberger. Now, time has been called as the left fielder Fajardo has been signaled to go get a baseball. So the young kids out there on the Midwest Kia family corner, somebody must have threw a baseball into the playing field. I see a bunch of kids running around. They're just probably, for the most part, trying to stay warm. It is a chilly night out here. The 0-1 pitch going to be swung on and missed here for strike 2. They're running around. Temperature at the ballpark, 52, but it feels like 48. No balls and 2 strikes now, and the 0-2, little slow roller. This is going to be a tough play. Bravo is going to pick it up, and it's going to be a slow rolling infield hit for Buschberger. You know, it was just one of those dribblers that was going to stay fair, and not a thing you can do about it. Bravo absolutely, in my opinion, makes the right decision. Don't pick it up and throw it and make a mistake and cost you some runs. So he picks it up and just holds on to it, and here comes Ramon. So Borrego comes out to the mound, and that's going to be it for Jose Bravo. We'll have a new pitcher coming in. Pitching change, timeout coming up from the ballpark. Bravo threw 50 pitches today, punched out 4. Jordan Brink will be coming in. Windsurge up 5-3. This is Windsurge Baseball. New pitcher coming in is Jordan Brink. Brink will replace Jose Bravo. Windsurge and Cardinals ball game here in the top of inning number 7. So Bravo exits 2 1/3 innings tonight. He did give up 4 hits, struck out 4. So Brink comes in with the bases loaded and will face a dangerous hitter here in L.J. Jones with the Wind Surge protecting a 5-3 lead. Pitch going to be swung on and fouled back. Brink appearing in his 6th game of the year. No record, a .360 earned run average. 2 runs on 4 hits. And 5 innings pitched, and the pitch is going to be taken here for a strike. Jones appearing in his 12th game as a homer and 8 RBI. Batting .273, 0 for 3 today. Brink, pitched collegiately at Fresno State, came over from the Padres organization. 0-2 pitch, see you later. A strikeout, that's number 12 on the ball game for Wind Surge pitchers, and we're out of a big mess here in the 7th. No runs, 3 hits, and they leave them loaded. Cardinals have left 9. Ball game goes to the bottom of the 7th. Time to get up and stretch. 7th inning stretch time, as always, presented to you by our great friends at Old Chicago Pizza and Tap Room. New pitcher coming in is going to be Andre Granillo. He'll be the 3rd pitcher of the evening for Springfield. The right-hander comes in. First pitch to Fajardo, going to be on the outside corner for ball 1. Chargerlick Iverson worked an inning and 2/3 today, allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, walked nobody, and struck out 2. At the moment, he would be on the hook for the loss if everything stays as is for the Cardinals. Pitch going to be taken here for a ball. It's now 2 balls and a strike. Close the book on Bravo. 2 1/3 innings, 4 hits, did not allow a run. Bravo today did not walk anybody and struck out 4. And the pitch here to Fajardo. Swung on and missed here for a strike, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes here to the batter. Wind Surge, Springfield, ball game here in the home half of the 7th inning. Thank you for joining us. Little roller on the right side. That's going to get into right field for a base hit. So a single for Fajardo. And that is going to be a base hit. So stepping into the batter's box, Junior Severino steps into the batter's box. Short lead at first base. And the delivery going to be taken here for a ball. Wind Surge leading at 5-3, looking to extend it. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Short lead off the bag, a high fly ball. Well hit, center field. Severino's done it again. His 2nd home run of the night. Both of them are 2-run shots, and this one is a blast. 2-run home run. This one will travel 438 feet. 108 miles per hour off his bat, and Severino can touch them all. The first multi-home run game of the year for Wichita, and Junior, who hit his 4th earlier today, is now tied for the league lead with 5. 7-3 Wind Surge. Here's Rucker, who will step into the batter's box, and the pitch is going to be taken here for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes here to the hitter. 1-0, and the pitch is going to be taken here for a strike, and the count evens up now to the ball and a strike. 1-1. Jake Rucker takes the pitch here for a strike. And it's now the ball and 2 strikes, 1-2. Ball 1-2. Two balls and 2 strikes here to the batter. And the 2-2 delivery going to be swung on and fouled off. And it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2. And this one is going to be a fly ball into center. Coming over is the center fielder who gets underneath it in Mike Antico to make the catch, and Rucker is retired. And this will bring up Alex Isola. So Isola will step into the batter's box. And the delivery going to be outside for ball 1, and it's now 1-0 now with 1 away. And the 1 ball, no strike pitch going to be taken inside for ball 2, and it's now 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 delivery taken here for a strike. And it's now 2 balls and 1 strike now with 1 away. And the 2-1 pitch going to be up and in, ball 3, and it's now 3 balls and a strike here to the hitter. And the 3-1 pitch going to be ball 4. Isola will draw the walk, so the wind surge will bring up Anthony Prado. So AP will step into the batter's box. So Prado will step in here with a runner aboard at first base. And it's now 0-1. 7-3 Wichita. The wind surge runs in the first, the second, 2 in the 5th, the run in the 6th, and now 2 in the 7th. Thanks to that 2-run home run by Severino, his first multi-home run game of the season. Of course, he's got tremendous power. Severino last season in a shortened season because he missed some time. He got hurt back in early April, got hit by a pitch on the hand, missed substantial time, but when he got healthy, he was swinging the bat for Cedar Rapids and then eventually joined Wichita and ended up putting up a huge year offensively, even though it was in limited games. Finishing up with my thoughts, as this one's going to be a ground ball up the line, foul. He played last season 17 doubles, 19 home runs, 65 RBI in 83 games. So you think about that. That's 19 home runs in 83 games. It's pretty impressive at 2 different levels. Severino originally signed with the Braves, and some issues with his contract ended up coming over to the Twins. He might be quite the find for this organization and could really be one of the big breakout players of 2023. Here's Prado. 3-2 pitch, and it's going to be up and in, ball 4, and Granillo will issue back-to-back walks here in the 7th. And it's now 3 balls and 2 strikes. And this will bring on the pitching coach. So a quick walk to the mound here to have a few words here. Their pitching coach is Eric Peterson, his first season with this ball club. So with a runner at first and second base. Granillo gets a quick visit and a quick breather here. So Will Holland doubled and scored back in the second, fly to right in the fourth, and is struck out. So Will step into the batter's box here and bats here with 2 men on and 2 runs already crossed the plate. And the pitch, Holland hammers it deep to left. This one's going to hit the scoreboard, and it is another Wind Surge home run in the 7th, a 3-run blast. Another very long home run. Holland's second of the year. 105 miles per hour off his bat. 406 feet. Touch 'em all, Will. A 3-run blast, and the Wind Surge have had a 5-run outburst here in the 7th. So Banuelos will step into the batter's box. So he'll step in here with the bases empty. A 5-run outburst here in the 7th inning against Andre Granillo. Here's the 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed here for a strike, and the count evens up now to the ball and a strike. 1-1. And the 1-ball, 1-strike pitch, looking over into that Cardinal bullpen. You would think we would see somebody warming up, and I don't see anything yet. I am incorrect. Well, I might have been correct at the time, but it is Escobar warming up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I don't think he was warming up when I said it, but he's up now. Didn't take long. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to the batter, Banuelos. Base is empty. The 2-2 pitch is going to be up high. And it's now a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 now with 1 away now to the hitter. And the 3-2 pitch, a line drive down the left field line. That's going to drop and roll into the corner. Banuelos has his 2nd hit of the day, his first multi-hit game of the season for Wichita. And the Surge keep the hit parade rolling here in the 7th. 4th hit of the inning, 5 runs are in, and now we roll back to the top of the batting order, and Deshaun Kersey Jr. So Kersey will step in. He is singled and tripled, and that's going to do it for Granillo. His day is over. Jose Lajer is on his way to the mound, and we'll have a pitching change timeout. Eaton Roofing and Exteriors. 7th inning, new pitcher coming in. 4th pitcher of the day for the Cardinals. After this quick timeout, this is Wind Surge Baseball. New pitcher coming in for the Cardinals. Wichita has busted this one wide open, and for the first time this year, Wichita has scored double digits. A 10-3 lead. We've had double digits against us, and the 5-run inning here is the biggest inning of the season for the Wind Surge, and we're not done yet. So Escobar coming in out of the bullpen here. Edgar Escobar, 6'1", 230-pounder from Cuba. Originally signed as an international free agent back in 2018. He pitched with this Cardinals team last season, for the most part as a starting pitcher for the Redbirds. Here's Kersey who steps in. And the 0-1 pitch swung on and a fly ball into shallow left. Koperniak is coming in, and Koperniak gets underneath it and makes the catch. 8th batter to bat in the inning. Ends up flying out, and now the 9th batter to bat in the inning, Brooks Lee, will step in. So a double in the first a double in the 5th, 2 for 4 in the ball game. And Brooks will step into the batter's box. Short lead off the bag at second base, and the pitch is going to be swung on and missed here for a strike. Couple of monstrous home runs in the inning. A 2-run shot for Severino that went 438 feet, and then a 3-run shot for Will Holland that went 406. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Going to be just on the outside corner, and the count evens now with a ball and a strike. 1-1 now with 2 down. And the 1-1 pitch, awaiting the left-handed batting Brooks Lee, and the pitch going to be taken for ball 2, and it's now 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 now here to the hitter. A 2-ball, 1-strike pitch. Swung out and a base hit into left field. That's a single. Banuelos is going to be waved around third. The throw is up the line, and now the throw goes all the way to the backstop. Give Brooks Lee an RBI single, and he will advance to second base on a throwing error by the left fielder, E7. And this will be Yorner Fajardo stepping in. He singled and scored to lead off this inning. So the Wind Surge will bat around here in the 7th inning. Sending their 10th batter to the plate. So Fajardo will step in. So with a runner at second base and Lee, Fajardo swings away and fouls it back. Yorner with a multi-hit game again today. 2 hits. Singled and drove in a run. Singled and scored a run. No balls and 1 strike now to the hitter. 0-1 now to the batter, and the 0-1 pitch going to be swung on and fouled back, and we'll try it again now with the count being no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 now to the batter, Fajardo. Runner aboard at second base. And the 0-2 delivery. Sharply hit into left center field, and that's going to drop and roll. Lee comes around. He will score. Fajardo will pop into second base with an RBI double. And the hit parade continues. 3-hit night for Fajardo. Well, he smoked that one into left center field, and the Wind Surge put another run across the plate, a 7-run 7th. And the Wind Surge, who now have a 12-3 advantage, lead it by 9. Here's Severino, who had a 2-run homer in earlier this inning, and a 2-run homer in the 5th. So he'll step into the batter's box here and takes the pitch here for strike 1. 0-1 now to the batter. No balls and 1 strike now with 2 down. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed here for strike 2, and it's now no balls and 2 strikes. 26-year-old Escobar in relief. 4th pitcher of the day for Springfield. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And the delivery swung on and struck him out, and that will end the inning. Wichita sends 11 hitters to the plate, and the Wind Surge end up scoring in the inning 7 times. Our ball game will head to the 8th. Wind Surge out in front here at Riverfront. It is Wichita leading at 12-3. This is Wind Surge Baseball. Ball game moves into the top of the 8th. Windsurge with a 7-run 7th, largest inning of the season for Wichita. This one's going to be popped up. Foul territory. Third baseman Severino gets underneath it, and Lopez is retired here for out number 1. So with 1 away, it'll bring to the plate the right fielder, Jose Alvarez. Alvarez, who has struck out looking, singled, and lined out to right. So Alvarez will step in here. It's a 12-3 ball game here in the 8th inning, and the pitch is going to be taken here for a strike. Well, after those last 2 home games against Northwest Arkansas, where the Windsurge gave up 12 and 15 over the weekend against the Naturals, it's good to have a 12 spot for the home team here today. The 0-1 pitch going to be up and away for a ball, and it's now 1 ball and 1 strike. Alvarez, the right fielder. 1 ball and 1 strike now to the batter. And the 1-1 pitch going to be taken here for a ball, and it's now 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 now. Wichita and Springfield, top of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch, a sharply hit ball hit right at the second baseman, Prado, who will make the catch for the putout. So with 2 down, it'll bring to the plate the center fielder, Mike Antico. So Antico will step in. Left-handed batter at the plate. This one's going to be popped up, foul territory, into the seats. We'll try it again now with the count being no balls and 1 strike. Nothing and 1 now with 2 down. And the 0-1 pitch going to be taken here for a strike. Bringing our count now to no balls and 2 strikes now to the batter, Antico. 0 for 3 today, has struck out 3 times. Pitch going to be outside here for a ball, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the 1 ball, 2 strike delivery. And the pitch going to be swung on and fouled back up and over the sweet level and back it out of play. And we'll try it again now with the count being at a ball and 2 strikes. Jordan Brink in his 2nd inning of relief. Brink came in a tough spot last inning. Bases were loaded, and at the moment the Windsurge had a 2-run lead. And the Windsurge, Jordan Brink came in, got a huge strikeout of L.J. Jones, and then put 7 runs up in the bottom of the 7th inning. So it quickly changed this ball game in a hurry. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to the batter, Mike Antico. Center fielder, and the 1-2 is going to be taken here for a ball, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 now with 2 outs. And the 2-2 pitch going to be popped up into right. Right fielder coming in is Holland, and Will gets underneath it and makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. Ball game here in the bottom of inning number 8. Windsurge have got themselves a 12-3 lead. Jake Rucker will step into the batter's box. The 7-run 7th, by the way. Here's the pitch. The Windsurge biggest inning is 10. Last year, an inning against Tulsa. They've done 7 a bunch of times. Obviously, 7 is the biggest one this season. Here's the pitch. Taken here for a strike, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 now to the batter, Rucker. And the 0-2 delivery going to be taken here, and it's now ball and 2 strikes, a 12-3 ball game. What a night here at the ballpark. Of course, it was great to see Adam Wainwright get a rehab start in, and there's so many Cardinal fans and so many baseball fans coming out here to appreciate and see him pitch at the age of 41. Probably his farewell tour this season, although we've thought that before. But he got quite the ovation, a tip of the cap, and I think the fans really enjoyed seeing him tonight. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to the batter. Jake Rucker at the plate, and the pitch, the 1-2 swung on and struck him out. Jake Rucker, a strikeout victim to start things off here in the 8th inning. And here comes the first baseman, Alex Isola. So Isola will step in. Fly to left, doubled, singled, and reached on a walk. And the pitch going to be a ground ball hit towards short. Shortstop is up with it, throws it across the diamond in time for the putout, and there's 2 away. So with 2 down, it brings to the plate the second baseman, Anthony Prado, who has singled, walked, and flied out to left twice. So Prado will step into the batter's box. And the pitch going to be taken here for a strike, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike now to the batter, Anthony Prado. The 0-1 pitch going to be swung on and fouled back. Try it again now with the count being no balls and 2 strikes now to the hitter. 0-2 now with 2 away now to the batter, Prado. The 0-2 pitch taken here for a ball, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 now with 2 down here to the hitter. And the 1-2 pitch called, 3rd strike. Escobar gets the strikeout and the inning is over. Sends us to the 9th. In the 8th, Wichita goes in order 1, 2, 3. Top of 9 here in Riverfront. Wichita finds themselves leading it by 9, 12-3. This is Wind Surge Baseball. Osiris Herman comes in. He came in from the bullpen, and the umpires asked him to switch gloves. So, not exactly sure. I'm just guessing here. The glove that he's using now is black. The previous glove was navy blue, and I know there's not a huge difference between navy blue and black, but my guess is because of him wearing blue sleeves, the white uniform with blue letters, maybe they thought that that would be a deceptive advantage. I'm not sure. But here we go. He'll be the 4th pitcher of the night. Once again, I'll just guess on why they made him switch, but we'll find out for sure. Jordan Brink tonight worked an inning and a 1/3. He struck out 1. Osiris Herman, 4th pitcher of the day, comes into the ballgame. And Herman delivers. Wichita leading at 12-3. A win today for the Wind Surge would give them 3 out of 4 over Springfield on the season. This one's going to be swung on and fouled off third base side. Many of the folks have made their way home, but thank you for tuning in, and thank you for joining us here at Riverfront Stadium on a pretty cool night. Cool in many ways. Cool when you have a major league rehabber in that sense, and literally cold at the ballpark. Temperature is in the 50s, but the feel-like temperatures are in the upper 40s here tonight. Archimedes Gamboa at the plate. Yeah, it feels like 48 according to the weather app, and the pitch said he did not go, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes here to the hitter. 1-2 now with nobody out. The 1-2 pitch is going to be skied into right. Coming over is Holland, and did the catch get made? It did not. You had Holland trying to run it down. You had Prado, the second baseman, trying to run it down, and the two end up hitting each other as the ball lands behind them. Incidental contact, they both are okay. It was not a full-fledged collision. But still, it's always scary when you see something like that. A ball and 2 strikes now with the pitch, and the 1-2 delivery going to be popped up into shallow right. Prado is heading out. The surge second baseman gets underneath it and makes the catch for out number 1. So with 1 down, it'll bring to the plate the left fielder, Matt Koperniak. He has singled, walked, and has hit a home run. Koperniak will step into the batter's box. It's a 12-3 ball game here in the 9th. And the pitch going to be up high for a ball, and it's now 1-0 now with 1 away now to the batter, Koperniak. Second game of the series tomorrow at 12:05. Same 2 teams. Third game of the series will be on Thursday. 7:05 first pitch here at the ballpark, a thirsty Thursday, and then of course fireworks, kids take over, and then a couple of day games this weekend. Pitch going to be outside here for a ball, and it's now 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 now with 1 away now to the batter, Koperniak. And the 2-1 delivery going to be low and inside for ball 3, and it's now a 3 balls and a strike now to the batter, Matt Koperniak. 3-1 now with 1 away, and the 3-1 pitch going to be popped up, foul territory, back and out of play, and we'll try it again now with the count being full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 now with 1 out. And the payoff pitch awaits. And Koperniak's going to roll it up the line. Foul, and it's now 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2. Here to the hitter. Northwest Arkansas leading San Antonio tonight, 8-3 in the 9th. Mentioned it earlier today, Midland and Corpus played a wild one, a 15-14 fly ball. Right field, Holland is there to make the catch for out number 2. Tulsa a winner earlier today. They beat Arkansas 4-1. And a final in from Amarillo tonight, 9-7. Sadi's knocking off the Frisco Rough Riders. Pedro Paez will step into the batter's box. Paez steps in, and the pitch is going to be taken here. 4 strike 1, 0-1 now to the hitter. No balls and 1 strike now with 2 down. It's a 12-3 Wind Surge lead. He's been a tough out today. He's been on base 3 of his 4 at-bats. 1 ball and 1 strike now with 2 away. And the 1-1 popped him up, foul territory. Coming over, and that ball's going to land in the seats a couple rows deep. And we try it again now with the count being a ball and 2 strikes, 1-2 now with 2 down here to the hitter. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch here with 2 outs. And the Wind Surge just 1 out away from putting the finishing touches here on game one. 1-2 delivery. Herman is going to strike him out, and that's going to end the ball game. Wichita finishes it off. It was a good ball game for most of it. Back and forth a couple times early. And then the Wind Surge got a 7-run seventh and put the finishing touches on a victory here tonight against the Cardinals. Home runs from Severino, not once, but twice. A pair of 2-run homers, a 3-run homer from Will Holland. And Wichita gets their biggest scores of the game, 12-3 your final. We'll be back, post-game wrap-up coming up from Riverfront. This is Wind Surge Baseball.